Hello everyone. Every time the UPSC results are out, no matter which stage it is, be it prelims, mains or interview, I get to meet a lot of students, be it through call, messages or in person as well. So this year too, I did meet a lot of students and I make sure that especially the students who are not able to make it through to the next stage are the ones I would be meeting them first. In the last couple of days, ever since the UPSC mains results were out, I've met a lot of students, and one common thing that all of them asked me was, be it the first attempter or the last attempter, what next? Despite all my efforts, sir, I gave everything for this exam and I'm clueless. So what to do? What next? So should UPSC be blamed for this, or is it the bad luck, or it is we ourselves, isn't it? So more than the physical exertion, it is the emotion that gets into the preparation that actually makes you cry, hits you hard, makes you feel lost. And some are not even aware what went wrong. They have given all the examples, relevant examples. I completed the paper, sir. I took all the marks. Everything that is possible, I did, and I gave my best attempt. And yet, I'm not even able to clear mains. I thought through this video, I'll answer all these questions because I'll not be able to meet all the students in person. And a couple of days when the UPSC results were out, I was actually not aware of it. I just then finished my recording in my studio. PEP recording was done, our prelims program, and I just came out and I got a call from my wife. I told her I'll be just back in 10-15 minutes. So while I was leaving the studio, I happened to see this gathering in the corner of our building, wherein it is basically for the discussion. It's a discussion room. I thought it's a normal gathering, or probably it might be a celebration. Then in that, one of the students came and said, sir, the UPSC mains results is out, and I did not make it. It was very shocking for me because this is one student whom I thought really has everything in him to make it into the final list. And soon the rest of the students gathered around him, and in that 5 I had given mains, and the rest of the students were students who were preparing for the next attempt. So in that, 2 of them cleared and 3 of them were not able to make it through. So I was not able to speak anything at that moment. I could not see them eye to eye. I hope you understand what they must be going through. So I told them, wait, I'll come back, and after 5 minutes I called them into my room. So all the 3 came, and why I'm discussing or talking about this conversation is because one of the conversations will definitely connect or resonate with what you are actually facing now, right? So one of the students said, sir, I did give my best, sir. I corrected all my mistakes that I had done in my previous attempt. I completed the paper. I did everything that I could, and still I'm clueless, sir. My mom calls me and says, beta, what will you do next? And I was like, so probably I might get into entrepreneurship. I might start something on my own. And she was like, did you need 4 years to do this? See, it is such a difficult phase where the parents are also clueless, you are also clueless that what went wrong, all that. And in fact, I had evaluated his copy and I had seen his answers personally. So from that, I'd given him one suggestion wherein I said probably, and when he met me for the first time, that is 2-3 years back, so I told him, why not change your optional? PubAd. See, because my optional also was PubAd, and I really loved this subject, and even till date, if you ask me, PubAd is my favorite subject. But when things are not working out for you, I think it is time that we should move on, right? So in fact, the best example is Anudeep Turishetty, All India rank 1. 4 attempts, he had Anthro as his, PubAd as his optional, and in the 5th attempt, he changed his optional to Anthro and he got All India rank 1. I'm not saying you should take Anthro for that. I'm saying if it is not working out, please rethink on your optional, because optional is definitely playing a major role. And the other thing that I would like to say is, let us not play the victim card here, because once we start victimizing ourselves, what will happen is we'll not be able to think objectively, clearly at all. Because the self-introspection can only happen when you look at things objectively, right? So think objectively, and it is time that we should own up our mistakes and be more responsible and see what is actually not worked out for me. That is what is actually very important now. The other thing that I want to tell you is at least when you have done with your 3 attempts, it's time that you plan, you should have a plan B, right? It can be any of the other government exams, it can be the state exam, or it can be the SSC, bank exam, any exam, please, CAPF, whatever the UPSC conducts, or probably some other career that you are already working in, right? Anything, please look out for plan B, because financial independence is so important now, right? That freedom, no, eventually, I mean, it helps you a lot, that financial freedom. In fact, today also I just got a call from one of the student. He's 32 years old, and he said, sir, I am 32 years old. Is it like, does UPSC have biases for who are 30 plus? And I can attempt now because I have worked for the last 8 years, and so financially I don't have any other issue, because this financial independence, you know, it will give you that freedom to take calls. So please keep this in mind. Don't get too much attached. You can work and also prepare for this exam, especially when you have given 3 wholehearted attempts, right? Also, there are a lot of examples. A sports ka example wherein Virat Kohli was written off. He came back, right? He came back with a bang. So all that this exam requires, no, it is the time and patience, right? That is what eventually it is required. You should have that patience, and you can definitely do it. So please never lose hope. And then going to the next conversation, the other student said, sir, I was not so confident because I had not prepared well. So for these kind of students, all that I would like to say is, again, take some time off, take a break, again introspect, and go back to your papers like GS 1, 2, 3, 4 and your optional paper. Go through the questions, write down the themes, not the question in itself. Mark down the themes of the weak areas that you have. You make a list of it, and the next 45 days, say till Jan 30th. So you plan for this weak areas of your mains, be it your optional or GS. That should be the plan, and then you can shift to the prelims mode. So this can be the plan for people who are not prepared, prepared so well for mains. Then the third student whom I was talking to, the moment I asked what happened, the tears rolled from his eyes, and I could completely empathize with this student, because I could see myself in him, right? The emotions that he had filled, and he was not able to speak. Everything that I could see it through his eyes. All that I would like to say here is, this is not the end of life. Like, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and life is much bigger than UPSC. See, again, he's also preparing for the state exams. I told him that is an opportunity. Soon after that, please get back to your work, which you were already working for, right? Whichever field that you are working in. So again, financial independence becomes important here. All that we have is one life, isn't it? So let's not ruin our life for a particular exam, right? Because there are much bigger things, much more important things in life, and ultimately what we need is happiness, and this is given by people who are surrounding us, who are surrounding us, in the sense, it can be your parents, it can be your grandparents, your close friends. All that become more important, because do remember that your power, your money, your status, your beauty also, right? Everything can fade one day, but what ultimately remains is the close circle that is around you, isn't it? Because there are also people who have who did not qualify UPSC, but who have went on to make big names. They have become the CEOs of big companies, or even like Kapil Sibal sir, who pursued his law, though he was qualified as a civil servant. Or even Swaminathan sir, MS Swaminathan sir, all of you would be definitely knowing him. He was qualified as an IPS officer, but still went on to pursue his research in agriculture, and did a lot of wonders, and gave a lot to the country, right? There's so many fine examples like this, right? All that you have to do is believe in yourself, and also, most importantly, the hard work that you have put in will definitely help you one or the other day. I have a firm belief in that, and with your close ones, you will definitely do well and be happy in life, and that is what we are all seeking, right? And also, in this note, I would like to quote Rocky Balboa, which says, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get it and still keep moving forward, right? So this has a lot of relevance, especially at the time of the setbacks that you face, the resilience, the perseverance that is actually required for this exam, right? And always, I'm there for you. Our team is there for you. You can always put us a mail at support@isbaba.com. I'll definitely personally get in touch with all of you, and we can chalk out a plan. never lose hope. The hope is the only thing that keeps us alive every moment and every day, right? And wish you all the best, and thank you.